Is Disney trying to get rid of the woke in the Avengers films? I think there's decent signs that they are. After seeing Brave New World really bomb at the box office, they probably lost money on it. They certainly didn't make much money on it. And then seeing Thunderbolts, which is on schedule to bomb even more, some of the lowest grossing MCU movies in over a decade. These films are a big wake up call to Disney that they can't keep neglecting the fandom and just expecting people to watch this kind of slop, even if it's not good, even if it's woke, even if it has basically abandoned the fan base that drove it to this great success to begin with. I'm hoping that when you see these companies undergoing this financial struggle, it forces them to go back to the basics, make films that work. And Bob Iger, the CEO of Disney, is going to order Kevin Feige, who's leading this Marvel project and these films, to go back to what made the company money. Go back to its roots. Stop pushing all this woke narrative stuff. It's okay to have strong female characters, but Brie Larson and the Marvels and Captain Marvel is not what the fans want. It is this kind of Mary Sue, she can do no wrong, isn't she so amazing and better than the boys kind of girl boss that really turns off a lot of comic fans, because it's not like she's so great, it's like attacking the other characters and making them seem less good in comparison. That's not what the fans want. That's not what I want. And I think most people are looking now for films that have heroes undergoing real struggles, overcoming adversity, being heroic, saving people, not doing it, for feminism or for some kind of black power thing, but because they, care about people, and trying to make the films more generalist and appeal to, let's say, everybody, instead of trying to do these box checking where you think, okay, I'm going to make a black film for the black people and I'm going to make a feminist film for the women. We want good storytelling, not this kind of forced diversity, box checking, race swapping characters. That just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. It's hard to make movies that are good in the best of times. When you start pushing agendas into it and then still want it to be good, that's almost impossible. I'm not as keen on moving them from summer releases. They're going from summer, from May 2026, May 2027 to December 2026, 2027 for Doomsday and Secret Wars. That's not as appealing to me. I always kind of like the summer flicks. I think it's, obviously better weather, and it just feels more natural to me. I guess it's because I'm in part been conditioned with the summer blockbusters, as Hollywood typically does that. And Marvel, really, outside of Spider-Man No Way Home, which made a couple $2 billion, generally they do release the big films in the summer. So the fact that they're switching tells me that this isn't just a plan, that they were going to do it anyway. This is, oh boy, we got to do a lot of reshoots, reworking, fixing a lot of things to make it flow. And I like the Russo brothers, and I think they do a good job of not making the films really woke. And I like the work on Community, which kind of, a different show, comedy series. They took pot shots at everybody. It was very funny and very edgy. And I liked, I don't know if super edgy, but it was funny and had a lot of like spoofing and whatnot, right? I like a lot of their work, and I think if anyone can get this back on track, it's probably the Russos. Now, one of the things you'll see is this is going to create the biggest gap since the COVID era, which is significant. It's going to have an entire year between films. And that's obviously not planned. I'm hoping Fantastic Four turns out to be good, but I don't have high hopes for it. And I don't think they have high hopes for it either, which is why they're panicking and shifting everything back. But just let me know what you guys think. Are you excited for these two big tentpole films, Doomsday and Secret Wars? I'm excited for them to a degree, but I'm hesitant. I love Robert Downey Jr., but bringing him back makes me a little worried that maybe it's just more of a cash grab. They're just trying to get some familiar faces back. Obviously, Robert Downey Jr., when he was, playing Iron Man, that was like the heyday of, the MCU. And his films did quite well, and he was a beloved character. But just bringing him back into this makes me kind of worried they're kind of running out of ideas. I know, Kang went down for obvious reasons. They had to switch up the villain, but I'm still a little concerned about it. I'm not as keen on the summer switching to winter. And from my perspective, it is very concerning when you have to do a lot of reshoots, rewrites before things even really get started. It makes me think you don't have a solid foundation. Now, I do like that they are doing the rewrites and reshoots because I suspected that they did not have a solid foundation based on the last few films that came out, didn't do so well, and just the general kind of wokeification of the MCU, where you have the kind of Brie Larson, Captain Marvel's films, and a lot of films that don't make a lot of sense. You see this a lot in their TV series as well. Ironheart is on its way to bombing, and hopefully, I'm just hoping they learn their lesson. But let me know what you guys think. Are you excited for this? You still watching all these Marvel movies in theaters? You just kind of wait for the DVD release at this point, or streaming release. All right. See you guys in the comment section below.